Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the human turret, the world champion himself, one of the best ARs to ever do it. Give it up for Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, world champion himself, Christopher Duarte, a.k.a. Parasite. We got the one and only multi-world champion, multi-champion, legend icon to the space, Patrick Price, a.k.a. Aches. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer, Mr. Benjay Nasim. Gentlemen, what's going on? 3 matches today. Pretty quick day at COD, to be honest. Pretty quick day. I felt like it went pretty fast. Ben, we'll start off with you. I see you nodding your head. How you feeling today, big guy?
Interesting day. We got some snow last night, so I went for a walk this morning to kind of get the vibe, a little bit of winter vibe. And not usually Saturday 3 gamers, but I had some interesting stuff for us to talk about. Some clips, some drama, and not many upsets today.
Wait, I have a question.
A little bit of drama.
Stage 1 wasn't like this, was it? Am I faded?
No.
Okay, so is this going forward? Like every weekend's going to be like this?
I think it alternate. I think, 3 matches on Saturday? Yes, I think that's the case going forward, correct.
Wait, so what about 2 matches on Friday?
I think it alternates, right? It goes 2-3, 2-3.
Oh, wait.
2 matches on Friday is unacceptable.
Yeah,
Wait,
there's
2 matches on
3,
Friday is
there's
that.
3
Wait, I
next
thought that was a
Friday.
one-time thing. This is gonna be like a
It alternates. It goes 2-3, 2-3,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus
Fucking
fucking
hell.
Christ.
Then-
Oh, Jesus.
and 3 the last week.
I thought this Friday, with there being 2 matches, this was a one-time thing. I thought this is just
No.
how it ended up being.
Put me in the lawsuit, bro. This is criminal.
That's insane.
What's-
Sam, you're signing it, Sam? You're putting your
I'm
name on it?
signing, bro.
Sam, how you doing today, Sam? You doing all right?
Doing great, Tom. Doing absolutely fantastic.
You
Got a
look
nice
great,
rank
Sam.
session with the King this morning. Watched some games, and now we're here.
Oh, you played with King Scump?
Did.
Well, who's
Optic
the squad
camo and
today?
all.
Who's the squad today, Sam?
It was me, Nade Shot, Maniac. It's a great time.
It's a good fucking squad right there. It's a
time.
great squad. Duarte, what's going on with you, Duarte? How's the grind been going?
Same shit, different day, man. Just watching the matches, observing the teams, playing the game, watching the game. Same
Yes,
old,
sir,
same old.
man. You get a workout in today or what, man? You pumping some
Yeah,
iron?
I did.
That's what I'm
Of
talking
course.
about. So it's
course,
good
of
work,
course.
man. That's good work. Well, listen, guys, we're going to probably hop right into the matches. We have a lot to talk about today. 3 matches. I say we just dive right into it. First match of the day, we had the Boston Breach going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. This ended up being a 3-1 in favor of the Boston Breach. Asim did come in and get his debut today as well with Boston, so it was cool to see him come in there and do his thing. I'll say the first couple maps, I felt... or the first map especially, I felt like Asim and Snoopy were all over the map. Like, I felt like they just need to slow down a little bit. It was just probably a little frantic. And then the second map, Asim had a really tough map, and he really bounced back the next couple maps. And that was something that he said in an interview. Just a little bit too frantic, coming out too hot. And we were talking about it a little bit during the watch party. We'll go down the list. Ben, we'll start with you. I thought Boston looked pretty good today. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Asim talked about it in the interview. Basically, said exactly what he just said, that he feels like, part of their issue is just kind of trolling when they're getting set up because they're doing a little bit too much sprinting, and he felt like they adjusted well after that first map. I thought the terminal S&D was a banger that Carolina was able to get, and then the last 2 maps, I thought we started to see the potential skill level with this team. Preston had a great series. Asim started to really kick up on that map 3. And then we had a nice a banger on the last map that Boston was able to close at the end. So I think if you're Boston, a lot of good VOD here to work on. I think they did, and we'll probably get to it, make quite a few mistakes in the series they need to clean up. From the Boston end, you couldn't have asked for a better start with the
Yeah, Pat, my bad, Pat. I didn't ask you how your day was going. They're all spamming L host. I think it's because you talked during when I was going through each person. I thought you went.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
bad, Pat. How you doing today? You have a good day today, Pat? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tom, I'm good.
That's good, Pat.
It's all good. I understand you're feeling a little under the weather. Sometimes you're a little off. No
Yeah,
worries.
it was a little off, man. Maybe I blacked out.
Christ.
But
Pat,
nah,
what did
yeah,
you
I'm
think
good,
today?
Tom. I'm
What did you
good.
think about today's match? We got Boston versus Carolina.
So for this Boston match, I'm glad, Tom, because like we talked about this a little bit yesterday. When teams make these roster changes, I want to see the person that joined the squad to have a real debut. And I thought Asim had a great debut today. We'll get to it, but like Eric Boom yesterday had a rough one, Brezzy rough one. Like I just want to see debuts that seem successful, right? Like when you make a roster change, you get that honeymoon period, and that's what I'm looking for. So I don't care if you're coming out playing the best team in the game. I want to see a positive debut.
You think it might be an energy thing too, Pat? I feel like new players, they come in and they feel like they have to do so much. And I almost felt like I was seeing it with Asim in the first map. Like I was like, oh, dude, Asim's like trying to do it all. Like he's all over the map. And then as the maps went on, he started to slow it down. And he said the same thing in the interview. I mean, maybe they're just hyped up. Like even Eric Boom today played better for Miami. I thought like he had better moments today, at least than yesterday.
Oh, he did.
Because yesterday he was just I felt like he couldn't get a kill. Like, do you think that happens on people's debuts, Pat, where they just maybe they get a little nervous, or maybe just like the energy or like the vibe, they get too hyped up?
It's possible, Tom. It's hard for me to say because I can't relate.
Right. That wasn't you, Pat.
But it absolutely
your
is
debut,
possible that they get a little nervous.
You remember?
My debut on LAN, at least, was 2010. MLG Nationals 2010. Came out best player in the venue by far. Ended up getting second at the event. But absolutely having my way with when we played IXI, JCap, Rambo, Sid Rock.
If they got bought on
that was
that, I need Will
extravagant, right?
Chamberlain.
What was that
I need
team
Will
name?
Chamberlain's 88
Yeah,
points.
they're IXI, bro.
Holy shit.
3-0'd them in the winter bracket. Played them in losers finals. Extenuation 6-1.
I need Will Chamberlain's 100-point game, bro. If you got bought on that,
I don't. You would have to find it. It definitely used to exist on like the MLGpro.com site. That's why I brought up to Adam. Like that's where all that MW2 stuff is. But yeah, it's out there somewhere.
it's a real debut.
Yes, it is. Chris, what did you think today about the Boston Breach? They got their debut. They come out. They win 3-1. I know one thing that they were struggling with was hard points, and today they were able to get both hard points. But how did you think they played today?
Well, first of all, I think Carolina choked that first hard point a little bit, but Boston was able to close it out. But I mean, Boston looked pretty good. I said I liked the Asim pickup because I feel like it matched their team composition. Slasher played really good today too. He put up a lot of damage, and that's kind of good to see because I think he's always kind of been the slower player on his teams, not really getting in like insane amounts of engagements, not really like outputting in as much damage as he was like potentially on a team like FaZe. So he's actually been stepping up this game, so I'm pretty impressed. But yeah, Boston definitely looked better. But on the Carolina side, man, dude.
Yeah, what do you think's going on with them?
Heartbreak over there, man. I don't know what it is. They just seem to get flustered, but they get outslayed in like every fucking series, and like they still manage to keep these games close. I don't know what's going on. It's just it's kind of it's frustrating to see because it just feels like they should be closing out some of these maps, and maybe if they were playing a little bit better individually, they would.
I think we can make one thing clear: is Gwyn's definitely their best player. I think Gwyn's
not even close.
Yeah, I think Gwyn's definitely been the guy. Like I feel like there's been a lot of moments where Gwyn's frying and he's not really getting that support behind him. And I don't really know what it is. Like they have moments. Like I agree with you, Chris. Like there's maps where they should be closing them out, and there's series that they should be winning. And they're just like constantly letting it go. I mean, what do you guys think it is? Do you think it's like a team atmosphere thing? You think it's just a group of players, they're not meshing well with each other? Or do you think it's just they're getting unlucky? I mean, what do you guys think is the main problem to it?
I mean, I'm not really going to sugarcoat it as far as like respawn KD, overall KD.
Yeah.
Fellas at the bottom of the league right now. I hate to single out a player on the roster, but both the AR players had a tough weekend, but especially for Fellow, every series in respawn, he's not going even or getting positive. Like, kills around everything in COD. Playing teamwork is important, and we've seen them lose close maps. But imagine what they'd be doing if they can get a little bit more, 4 or 5 more kills a map from Fellow.
The thing is, though, they are like in such a tough position because they did have essentially in the stats category 2 of the worst players in the league like swapped out for each other in terms of stats. But Fellow's like impact on the team was significantly better. Maybe it was just the timing. Maybe Fellow is actually having a positive impact. But I mean, the one thing that's undeniable is since they swapped GodRx for Fellow. They've looked a lot better, and they've looked like they've actually been very competitive versus damn near every team they've played. So it's kind of like a tough situation for them, man. Like, yeah, sure, Fellow might not be putting up the best stats, but I mean, his impact on the team has definitely helped. Like,
I hear
so it's hard to like really gauge that and how to like maneuver around that, like in terms of making roster changes.
I hear you, Chris. The issue for me with them, though, unfortunately at the moment, is like if Fellow was giving them like a 0.9 is a different combo, but like he's getting nowhere close, especially on control maps. That's a huge swing one. We've seen with this team how important momentum is, and they struggle to win that map 3. And I just think find a way. Maybe it's their team environment, maybe it's individual things for Fellow, how to get him a couple more extra freebies. If they do that, then they're going to close out some of these games because their S&D looks a lot better. I know they lost a close one today, but I think they're a much improved like S&D team from where they were with their under practice with the 2 additions. But we can't sugarcoat around the issue that Fell's got to get a couple more kills per map. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, we got a special guest in the building. I'm just poking him to make sure it's not MC. That's why you guys probably hear the pokes going on. Asim, is that you, or am I gonna hear MC?
It's me. It's not MC.
Okay,
I promise you.
okay,
It's not
thank
MC.
God.
Oh,
I thought
great.
he was
Here we
gonna come
fucking
in
go. Now we're
here.
bringing the guy on the show after we got him on the team, bro.
Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. Asim, thank you for joining us.
Hey,
You had a
guys.
debut today, little debut match.
Yeah, no, I just want to say what up. You know, it's tradition after I win. You know, always helping the flank.
Tradition.
Say
You're
what's
back,
up.
Asim. You're back.
Yep. Now
The
I'm back,
tradition's
so I gotta. Yep. the
Asim,
tradition's
how did it
back.
feel going into it? I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. I felt like the first map you were getting kind of pooped on. You were all over the map.
Nah,
And the
first two
second
maps.
map.
First two
And
maps.
second
Yeah.
map.
Second
First two maps.
I was a little too frantic, to be honest, and Austin was telling me to calm down, so I fucking calmed down and started tucking.
Good
Yeah.
vet move.
I
Yeah.
agree. And then I noticed that you have the bomb in S&D now. Is
Yep.
is that something you got to get used to? Because you never, like, I don't think you've ever ran a bomb before.
No, I ran a lot of bomb plants in a lot of teams. I just,
Oh, really?
for like terminal, I would run it sometimes on FaZe Black, so I just need to get used to using it pretty much like full time.
Yeah. How's the vibes been like? How's practice been going? How's it been like playing with P-Dog and Slash? We got Papa Priest in the chat right now. Shout out to Sean. But you guys, I heard you guys have been doing well in practice. I mean, I've been talking to you a little bit, obviously. But what's it like teaming up with Priesta and Slasher and Snoopy? I mean, they're all really good players. So what's it been like?
No, yeah, it's been good. I think ever since I joined the team, they just said they really wanted a vocal voice because Snoopy's just like a young player, so he doesn't really speak his mind a lot.
Huh?
So they just needed like another sub player to like really voice like opinions and like things they see that's going wrong because they felt like if it wasn't Austin, it was like kind of quiet.
Yep.
So I've just been really focusing on like being a loud voice in the room and practice. And I mean, everyone says practice is going good, so like not gonna sit here and say practice is good, even though it has been good.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I've just been really focused on like trying to help get them better and like I don't want to sound cringe, but I'm like really trying to focus on like enabling Preston and Snoopy, you know?
Yeah, just being like a good teammate. I mean, that's how you
Yeah.
enable people. Just be a good teammate. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody should be trying to enable everybody. To be honest,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah,
how a
yeah.
good team atmosphere should be. I'll leave some questions out to the floor if anybody's got any questions for Asim, Chris, Sam.
I have one.
Go ahead, Sam.
It's super specific. Did Carolina veto sub base hardpoint?
Yes.
Okay, that's my
it was
only
a
question.
curveball. It was a curveball. I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely a curveball, and they're fucking okay.
Yeah, no,
that's my
I
only
was,
question.
I was very confused.
The defense rests.
The defense rusts.
Our theory was it's because Austin Litigo dropped a 1.5 on sub base, so they maybe were scared of Austin Litigo.
They're
That's
scared of
Jesus.
That's it.
Sam.
That was our theory. So
Okay,
Dan,
Is
that was my only question. Good
Yeah.
debut, Asim. You fried.
thanks, Sam. Appreciate it.
yeah, Asim, I want to switch over to one clip before. I don't know if Ben or anybody has any questions, but hold your questions
go
for
ahead.
now. I just want to send over to one clip here. Was this a play call at the end of this control round to call your streak? Was this something you guys like, fuck it, streak it, try and make it something happen here? And then obviously
Yeah,
nobody just
it
watched
was,
right
it
window.
was a play call. I personally didn't want to do it, but I didn't
Oh,
want to.
who did it? Who called
Nah,
it? Was it
I
Slasher?
can't say. I can't
Was
say.
it Slasher?
I can't
It was
say.
Slasher, wasn't
I
it?
can't say. I can't say.
Oh,
he
he
said
owned it. It was
said in the
Slasher.
chat, It was Austin.
Slasher said that was him? Yeah.
Austin, yo, Sam, he was so confident in the call that I didn't want
You
to call
have
him
to.
off.
You have to listen.
Oh,
to
no,
it.
no, that's a good
I
play.
had to
Good, use
listen,
it. That's a
but
good
I
play.
knew it was wrong.
No,
though.
if
We're
your
fucking winning this shit
team-
right
if your
now. Call
teammate
straight.
calls it out and goes crazy, yeah, you
Yeah,
call
but
it, bro. Call
we
it.
had we
Gotta
had
trust him.
guaranteed defense, and we were getting spawn traps. So like I didn't want to do it, but I was like, fuck it, I'll listen, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I shouldn't have done it. It was a misplay.
I was just thinking save it. Just save it for the next round.
Yeah, I'll save it for defense. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, honestly, it could have worked if they just watched the right window.
Yo, but I
Watch-
mean, 3 streaks though. God damn.
yeah,
that's
3
crazy.
missiles. So what, bro?
I
What
was
the fuck?
testing. He would listen to me.
Yeah,
There we go.
so you
Good
got
spin. Good spin.
you got 3 missiles there, Asim, in the third map. I mean, what was your mindset going into the third map? I know you had a rough map too, and you were kind of getting caught out. I mean, I know it's search with a new team, so that's gonna probably be the hardest thing to get going. I was kind of
Yeah.
saying the same thing about Eric Boom yesterday. Like, kind of want to give him some slack just because it's like first series. Like, it's especially yesterday, Miami went up against Toronto, right? Like, maybe just got to try and get figure out like
Yeah,
his
no.
groove a little bit, like get his momentum going a little bit.
I was just I was itching for way too many gunfights in the first 2 maps, and then I just kind of calmed down, let the game come to me, and then yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. But go ahead, Ben. You got a question?
Oh no, I don't have questions.
I thought you were gonna ask a question before I went into the cruise missile
No.
thing. Okay.
No,
Well-
I think Asim spoke to everything. I think actually wait, I do have a question. I'm sorry to
It's a little hezzy?
Asim, I think obviously you've got a little practice with the boys right now. Like, what are the key things that you guys are kind of working on going into the matches you have coming up here in this stage to try and make winners bracket?
I was saying in an interview, I just feel like ever since joining this team, like we're a super fast team, including myself, and I think, like I heard Haggy say it in one of the flanks like probably like a month ago. This game is literally all about like not scamming. Like it's literally who scams less wins the series. So I just think we're really focused on our holds and making sure we're making high IQ plays because I feel like in this COD it's really not about pace. It's not about pace at all.
You gotta take what you're given, bro. Like a lot of the time on the map, like sometimes the team's not gonna give you so much space, and if they give you some space, take what you can, work with it, but don't rush it. Like it's such a fine line. Like you understand, right? It's like there's such a fine line between like getting like really frantic and like actually playing at a fast pace.
Yeah, exactly.
And the best teams know that like rhythm. It's
you gotta know your gears. You gotta know your gears. I think Pat used that line one time. You got to know your gears. I like that.
It's very important. Yeah. Be able to shift gears. We have a lot of one gear players in the league as well. So
yeah.
You know, Sam, it's tough. I mean, we've had the same conversation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Asim.
I just fucking y'all see it sailing out of right field. That thing is gone.
There it goes. But yeah, Asim. I mean, who do you guys play next? Do you guys know?
We play New York.
Oh, okay. So you got a cooler. New York looked a lot better today. I mean, obviously they're the world champs, so they got a good roster.
Yep.
How you feeling going into the New York series?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to play. I know P-Dog's excited to play his old team again, so it's gonna be a good game, hopefully.
Yeah. No, I mean they got a. Oh yeah, true. Because it's the P-Dog. That's his old
Versus
team right
New York,
there.
yeah.
It's his old
Oh, it's
team.
the unlosable. He's chilling.
No,
Yeah.
he already lost round map 5.
Oh, never mind.
Last stage, but now they got me
Never
though,
mind.
so maybe should have changed.
Are you affiliated with you played for New York before? You can call Revenge Series here, right? You played
I
for me.
fear I have before, and
Wait, so
I did last year.
you're undefeated in the CDL against teams that you played on before, right?
I think I don't know. It's
for,
like
the
kind of
first
like
series, right?
first series. Yeah, I don't know if I've
First
lost
series, okay.
to. I don't know if I lost.
Yeah, I
again
saw
this
your
time.
quote tweet today.
Yeah, it was a good tweet. Yep,
Good
every
tweet.
year.
Mm-hmm. Asim, I don't got any questions, but I want to look over a couple plays from the series if you want to stick around and watch some of these.
Yeah, for
plays
next
with us.
series. Yeah, I'm down.
No, your series. This is your
my
series.
series.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
shit,
some,
okay.
some plays that I want to break down. I mean, one of them was in the first map. Take a look at the spawns here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on in this hard point. I don't understand these spawns. I don't get them. And I feel like every time you come off a palace spawn, you always just want to check your immediate left or right, depending on where you're spawning. But then look at the spawns that come in after. Then 2 guys spawn front. 1 guy from Boston spawns ice cream, and 1 guy from Boston spawns gas.
So
So
play it
it's-
again. That guy spawns on the street next to ice cream too. Play for like a little bit, and we wait for the Clayster spawn.
Yeah,
And then Clay spawns on the street next to the
Wow,
guy in
that's
ice cream.
insane.
Yeah, he does, I think. Oh, yeah, boom.
I fear I
Yeah, he
haven't seen
does.
this back
what
yet,
the
so this is
nuts. Right there.
fuck, bro? What the
This is nuts.
Like, look,
Boom,
yeah, you
Austin,
see
let us know.
Slasher? It's like, he said, you want the reason again? Austin, what was the reason you
Oh,
gave?
What was that
here we
reason
go,
again,
here we
Austin?
go.
Austin, what's the
Oh,
reason?
here we go.
I mean, like, watching this,
That's
it's insane. Like, I'm watching this back. Like, when we were watching this, we were like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how do you
Yeah, we
even read
tweaked.
that?
We tweaked hard.
I feel like Invasion.
It's
like
tough.
the hill. It's fucked.
No, it's
yeah,
fully
just,
fucked.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
Did you
not
guys
gonna
see?
sugarcoat it.
I
It's
heard
fucked.
Tommy bring it up yesterday, bro. New York versus Carolina. Kismet randomly
Kismet spawn,
spawned nest
yeah.
and bailed his team out of a chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got him a full P3 too.
Yeah, bro. It's
Nah,
fucking
Invasion
crazy.
just seems like genuinely horrible.
Invasion is really bad in that aspect. The only thing you can do to kind of, I guess, minimize stuff like this is you have to like heavy just take a side of the map and like
Yeah.
not push out. Like, cause like that's like the mentality
It's
of
just
like every
against
COD
everything,
player.
though.
Every COD player is like, yo, we want to push out. We want to take all this space, right, and trap a team on Invasion. It's like not good to do that because then you start splitting people, and that's when you create a lot of inconsistency.
Like that's got to be the next map to
But
go for Vista.
It's got to be
eventually.
the next map.
Yeah,
I
to
think
go,
so.
right?
It'll be
Yeah,
done.
probably.
And then hopefully subbase.
We need another map for that,
Hopefully.
but
Hopefully. Subbase is
Holy
another
hell,
one that's.
bro.
we need another map for that one.
Yeah. Vista
Subbase
plays
isn't a
very well,
spawn
though.
Problem though. Wait, what are you saying?
I said Vista
Vista?
plays really well. I like it. I like the way it plays out. I think it's a good sized map. I think the hills are good. I think, Sam, the only hill you didn't really like was the first one in the bar. I
Yeah,
didn't
the
mind
P1's
it
a
too
little
much,
shitty.
but I mean, it definitely is a
That's
good looking
good, though.
map, and it has good hills and good spawns. You know, like it
The
look.
thing is, though, people, man, I've said this 100 times. We have time now to like potentially move hills, like and stuff like that for future maps
It's
that we
just
want to
how
add.
often they want to like
Yeah,
entertain the
I
idea
mean,
of actually
100%,
moving them.
100%.
though.
And
Yeah.
Is
even
the thing.
changing spawns. I mean, Slash just said
Wait,
a spawn update would be good, but
Yeah, they definitely need an entire spawn revamp again too. Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
lot of work that needs to be done. Dude.
Which-
hopefully we get a better version of it. next
Pat,
split.
being somebody who's on the development side, I think I've asked you this question before, but I want to ask you again. What is it with spawns? Like, is it hard to change and manipulate
No.
and get them right where
No.
you want them to be?
It's not. Wow.
No, it's not. Again, I think this goes back to like the mentality of the person, whoever's responsible. I don't know, obviously, who it is. Like, on their dev team, responsible for setting up the design for spawns and
Right.
where their experience lies and what the goals they're trying to achieve. Because in terms of just manipulating and adjusting spawn behavior, it's really not hard at all. I've done it quite a lot on X Defiant. So yeah, it's not a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, if they could definitely do a revamp on spawns, I think that'd be great. And I think getting some professional player input would also be very helpful too, if that's something they can do. And then, of course, I thought it was very weird when, who said it, Scrappy or somebody, when he said that the hill changes now and the spawn changes you see now were already changed before the game even came out. Like that, those decisions were already made, which is just like crazy to me. I would like to just see a team that's just working with the pros, like around the clock, like making updates to the game, like as it goes on. Just quick updates, fix the game, make it better. That way we don't run into these problems as the year goes on. But we can only pray for that. Another play I wanna take a look at is this hill right here. So the Karachi hill, this last P5 hill over here, when it goes to junk, I notice a lot of the times everybody just keeps spawning out on this hill. Like you see the spawn right there, how Priestess just spawns up right there, like right into, and then again you look at where Carolina's spawning. They just keep spawning deep and deep.
Well, Old Hill's still up.
Yeah, Old Hill's still
Old
up,
Hill's
but
still
also-
up, and then but watch what happens even when the hill pops.
when it pops.
Even when it pops, it's the same shit. They just keep spawning there. Go ahead, Chris. If you're gonna say something.
I was gonna say I agree with you, Tom. This is another one of those hills where like that spawn is open, and it just people will not spawn there.
But
Like, there's so many times when
and this
nobody
is-
blocks.
And I was gonna say, Chris, like I feel like people when they're trying to break this hill, like they need to realize on this map, like look at these spawns. Like Sam, look as I'm playing it out. Look at where they're
I'm
spawning.
watching. I'm
Hey,
watching.
nobody's getting those back spawns. Like if you're getting kills and you're trying to break this hill, you just want to go. Like they're behind you. Like they're spawning right behind you. So just go. Like some teams I'll see, they'll get kills and they're like waiting. I don't know if they think they're spawning in the back because of naturally in a good COD, they probably would. Like if that back spawn's open and the team's holding that spawn, they would spawn there and maybe work a pinch or slow play it. But teams got to realize now, like, yo, did any kill you get, they're just spawning out. Like everybody's just spawning out here. Just got to hit a go button on this hill if you want to break
You don't
it.
spawn. Yeah, I don't really. The only way that they spawn back there, where number 7 was, is if the opposing team is blocking.
it's not
both.
blocking it.
They're blocking like the diner hop up and like the back satellite. Bro, I don't understand why. I can understand why there's not a spawn like in the back. You'd probably get like mega trapped if like it was like a little bit more structured that way. But why isn't there a spawn like bridge? Like bridge
Like the
gives,
market
there should
spawn.
be.
no, like on the bridge. Bridge gives you a good option to either like
But just like the
rotate through
P3
mid,
spawn.
hit quick pitches through red, or go like top 3 and then like try to get around the back.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is there not a spawn there? Why are both primary spawns diner and satellite? It makes no fucking
Yeah,
sense.
you're right, Sam. P3 has that spawn, right? Like the chicken coop spawn,
Yeah.
like
They
that
spawn on the
deep bridge
bridge.
spawn. Yeah.
Why is that not a
Something to keep
common
in mind
spawn for
too,
that
like
hill?
the way hardpoint spawns work is like each. I mean, we know this, but like think on the map, they're like sector off all these different areas of the map into different sectors. Like let's say there's 10 or 12 on a map, like. Depending on the hill, different points or different sectors are enabled or disabled, right? So it's just as simple as like that bridge sector that we talked about. That's a spawn on another hill, just isn't enabled for that hard point.
But that reminds me of
It's a very easy
MW
change.
on MW 2019. You
Yeah.
guys ever heard like
Ronin?
the term the quadrant spawns?
Ronin.
Oh yeah.
Those actually made like perfect sense when you like learned it. It was actually so dumb.
People
but
called Ronin a madman.
on this
Crazy.
game, I feel like I don't know. I don't even know what system they use. It doesn't make any sense.
There's
It-
just like
it-
this.
The maps don't help though, Sam. Like a lot of the map, a lot
Oh, yeah,
of the
no.
parts of the map are so sectioned off. Like for example, imagine a world where like market was a spawn. You have literally 2 narrow ass arches to get out of that spawn point. It wouldn't work. So like the spawns just make no sense, and it's because the map design also doesn't like favor hard points.
Well, there's
at
just
all.
this weird like fascination with spawning both teams on the same side of the map for the majority of the hill. Like you said, Chris, when like the back spawn or whatever is like open, it just never actually like happens. You just perma spawn with each other on like
Yeah, that shit
50 like fucking
shit was
10 hills
AIDS.
in this game.
That
I
shit was
just
AIDS.
don't understand how like that palace spawn on P4 on invasion. Like I'm just surprised that like no one during playtesting when they changed the map remarked that spawn seems to be too chaotic.
Bro,
and
they don't
fucked up
playtest
and
it.
isn't-
They don't playtest it. There's no way in hell that you
We're
can
throwing maps in, no QC,
you can
no
look
QA.
at me. You can look at me straight in the face and be like, they playtested these spawn points.
Devs are probably
If a
so
guy
bad at
spawns
COD they can't
Diner
spawn trap
and
each
a guy
other.
spawns Satellite, and they both take 2 steps forward and look to each other's left and right, they see each other on that map.
Oh,
How
yeah, I'm
is that
convinced.
allowed?
Well,
I'm convinced
also-
they don't playtest it.
Also, keep in mind though, like, you know, in dev playtest, internal playtest, like, there's also not enough high-level players that are like manipulating
That's the
spawns
hit.
to
They can't
figure
spawn
this
trap
stuff
each
out.
other.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's like
yeah, I
this
agree
really
with
isn't
you.
happening. Like,
No, I agree with you, but like
that
P4
goes back
invasion
to the right
though,
people.
bro, like P4 invasion though, like you don't have to manipulate spawns. Like if you're spawning right next to each other palace, like someone's got to realize that that's wrong.
No, I know. I'm not saying like that specific example. I'm just saying like, you know, that's why I was kind of referencing earlier, like the experience of the person setting up the spawn system, to like be able to look out for that type of stuff. And also, you know, another side of it is the design, right? We don't know if that's what they want to achieve, right? They and you know, they might be thinking like, oh, it's chaotic, it's fun, players are just constantly spawning next to each other and whatever. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like we're not sure.
Bro, in
what
playtesting,
their
the
goal
devs
is.
are literally all running at that courtyard hill on invasion and all squaring up inside of it like they're
Yeah,
fucking
they're like, oh my
they're
god,
in a-
so much fun.
like they're in a fucking bouncy house, bro. Like they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Another play that I wanted to take a look at. This is the last play from the series. So right here, this is the very end of the game. This is a map 4. Obviously, Carolina is trying to push this to a map number 5. I wasn't really too happy with the way Carolina played this rotation here. I mean, they try and push through to old. Oh, my bad. Did it just skip through right there? They try and push through towards old. What happened to the VOD there? You see
Yeah,
that?
the VOD. No, you were missing 10 seconds on the VOD.
Okay.
It happened. Yeah, it happened in game. You don't get to watch it.
That's so weird.
Oh,
That is so
Well,
weird.
the
that's a
hell?
huge
Yo,
CP,
Asim, what
sorry,
happened?
Buster.
Okay, well, I can explain what happened. These 2 players that come on spawn, 6 and 7,
they hit old.
They hit old. They hit old, and then
Wait,
they
6 and
died.
7 hit old.
Yeah,
6
what-
and 7 hit
they
old.
hit
Yeah.
old.
Oh no.
They die. Look, then they both die hitting old. There's only 2 guys at New Hill.
Oh,
Look
they
at where they
didn't wanna win the
spawn.
map.
And then, bro, I
You
don't know
pick
how
somebody.
I saw. Yeah, right here. I don't know what like Clay was trying to watch Firebuck, but I'm shooting his toes.
Yeah, and even right here, like this spot from Clay, like I don't know, like your teammates die. Like I don't know if standing on the desk is like the best spot. Like if they come alley, they'll kill him. Like if they come mid alley here, but
I
they can
think he
even
was
pinch your
focused on
buzz.
trying to kill Preston on the fire hop, like because Preston's coming off old.
Yeah, but there's still
But,
7
like,
seconds.
it's kinda
on
risky,
old.
though, yeah.
It's
They are
risky.
throwing.
It's just risky,
Probably,
and then he does.
He just assumes Asim isn't above him.
6 and
like,
7
yeah.
hitting old is inexcusable.
Right, that's a big mistake, right? That's a big mistake there. Like if they come off these spawns here and they just go red, like if Fellow
Wait,
just
they
hits
hit old
red,
twice.
did they
Lying.
hit
I
old
think
twice?
I think 6 and
No,
7
it's the
hit old
same life.
twice.
I rewind.
no, it's not.
It's
It's
not the
not.
same life.
I think they hit it twice. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so 6 hits mid lane here, and then they die. Oh no, it's can't tell because the fucking VOD's all fucked up.
Yeah, so that was one time right there, right? And then they do it again right here.
Well, now
Now it's a little different. Yeah, I mean, they still could go around, right? They still can go red here, bro. Like, challenging P1 here is kind of like,
I mean,
that
they
head glitch is
could,
insane.
I feel like going through red in this situation, like getting the kill and going
It's
through
too
red is
late
just-
now at
is-
this point. It's
Yeah,
too
this
late.
point's fucked regardless.
They
But
should've hit
didn't
those
wanna win
routes.
the map.
Yeah, but I mean, Asim, you obviously, you guys won the map. You guys took advantage of the mistakes there. In Carolina, they end up getting 3-1. I mean, unless you guys have anything else to say on the series, those are just some plays that caught my eye during the matches, and I wanted to pull them up and break them down real quick. But if you guys got any other thoughts on the match, go ahead, Chris.
6 and 7, bro. Like that
Trolling.
Was just, dude, that was trolling. Like maybe if one person stayed like in that mid alley and like either like played for like some weird off pinch or like denied like
Slow play.
top red hop, like
Yeah.
playing the exit. That'd
Or
be fine.
somebody pinch left, like,
like,
if
yeah.
3 go red, and then somebody wants to take a route, just take a route. Like leave them on old, just take a route left, like try and flank back alley or hit top satellite. They have time there, like 15, 20 seconds left of old. Somebody has time to take a route there and try and make a play.
They
Nah,
could
they would not
have.
have play doing that. I think
Bro, I
what
think,
Chris
bro,
says
you want
plays
crazy?
out.
Best play would've been to
Austin-
rotate.
I literally called it. It's like so. A lot of the times in this game, you can do these really weird, outrageous pinches as long as everybody's alive, right? Like nobody's blocking a spawn. I think Austin literally said he was about to pinch, like he was about to run through mid alley, like and flank them junkyard, which would have been a really good play. if they, because like nobody's gonna watch that, right? So like if they would have played the exit, they would have caught Austin literally running through that mid alley, killed him, and then maybe been able to like pounce on that guy on ult, or they could have just rotated red. So yeah, but like I don't know, they shouldn't have hit that. They should have either played the like pinch denial / like red hop up like denial, and then or just all rotated red.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts, guys? Ben, Pat, Sam, any thoughts on the Boston Breach versus Carolina? I mean, I don't know if you guys want to talk about next steps for Carolina. I mean, at this point, I feel like they just got to keep going with the flow and trying to get better and trying to take some of these hits. But go ahead, Ben.
I think Carolina's in a lot of trouble. I think the honeymoon's over. I think is a team that's going to struggle to slay, and they're going to struggle to close out maps. You know, they have Seattle, Optic, LA,
I was about to say their schedule going forward.
So there's opportunities if they can kind of get some form here to get 3 or 4 wins, which should be enough to put them in winners bracket. But it'd be very disappointing with this stage and the teams that they're playing if Carolina can only muster 1 or 2 wins, and they're going to have to make a losers bracket run to salvage any kind of points in the split.
Agreed. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything? Anything at all? Go once, going twice. All right, let's
GG's
move
to
on.
those guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Asim, thank you so much for hopping on as well for your series and just giving us a little breakdown, kind of everything that happened, bro. I appreciate it. Much love, man. Hey, you're more than welcome to stay with us if you want. It's up to you, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll just be vibing.
All right, bro. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next series. Next series of the day, we had Atlanta FaZe going up against the Miami Heretics. FaZe did come out and get the 3-1 victory over Miami, but it was looking a little slow in the start of this series. I know Miami was, 0-9 map count going into the series in their last 3 series. And they come out on the sub-base hardpoint, and to be honest with you, they dominated FaZe on the first map hardpoint.
Why are they playing this map?
I don't know. I don't know why FaZe played
FaZe
sub-base.
is absolutely trolling for this.
Bro, when I first saw it, I was like, maybe it's just disrespectful. Like, you know, maybe they just think Heretics are that ass that they want to play their worst map against them.
They just want the rep on the map.
They do that.
Like,
They
they know
do
they'll
that.
win the series. They might as well like play it against this
That
team.
has to be the mentality. Because I mean, they're now 1-4. On
We've
something.
heard Chris say something or stuff like that before too about like testing their map pool in like situations where they feel confident that it's not going to impact their standings.
They failed the test.
But here's the issue, and it would resolve itself once terminal search is out of here, which is if you're proposing what they're proposing, they don't play sub base. They have 2 auto vetoes because they're going to get rid of terminal search and get rid of sub base hardpoint. They're never going to be able to get rid of the other team's best map. So they kind of, I hate to say it, because they don't want to play terminal search in a weird way, kind of need to have a super deep map pool and hardpoint, or they're just going to have to accept that this map is just dangled in series and they got to win
though,
it.
that's the thing though. Like I wouldn't even mind subbase being a map they veto because all the other top 4 teams outside of I haven't watched New York play it too much. So I don't like remember their like how
They're
good they
pretty
are
good
at
at sub-base.
But like I know Optic loves this map now, and so does fucking Toronto. So just
All-
get the
all
fuck
3 of them
out.
play it.
Like exactly, they all fucking play it. Just get it out. It's this map and Invasion are probably 2 of the worst fucking hard points we have. Like you just get trapped on one side of the map, and it's impossible to get out regardless of how good you are. And there's only like one team that makes this map look like it plays normally, and that's Toronto. Every other team, like I feel like, can get blendered at any point in time.
I hear you, but I think the problem again is that if they want to go down that route, I think then they need to find another way to get advantage against their team in the vetoes. And if you're just going to ban subbase and terminal S&D in every series, it's going to make you very predictable to game plan again. So if they're not going to play subbase, they're going to need to try and play a couple terminal searches to stage so they keep people honest.
Thing is though, like, okay, yeah, you're talking about like in terms of like their overall map pool with search and hardpoint, but what other hardpoints do they like lack in? Like what other hardpoints are they just terrible at that they don't like playing? Because
apparently they're discussing it real, like so that's one that you add to the list. They're good at invasion.
They can afford to not play this map.
100%.
They can literally afford to not play it in their map pool. We're not talking about like a team that's like top 6, top 8. Like these are like obviously like in contention for top 3, top 2, like every event damn near seems. So like for them getting rid of subbase when Toronto is clearly gross at it, and that's like their major competition right now, is kind of just like, why not?
Well, I hear and agree with what you're saying, but I just want to reiterate the issue. It's a very weird issue here. They don't want to play sub-base hardpoint. They're also not playing terminal search. They are going to, in every series they play against the team, be very predictable because those are going to be the 2 vetoes. So if they want to be unpredictable, they want to have the ability to kind of flex in the vetoes, they're going to have to get better at one or the other. I would say if you don't want to play terminals, if you don't want to play sub-base, then you got to get a couple of wins on terminal search, and other people will think about banning against you.
I agree with you in that aspect. I think they got to get better at terminal search just because I feel like terminal search is just like a low it's like a fluky map. Like any way you spin it, it's a pretty fluky map because of how defensive sided it is. If they can go 50-50 on terminal, like versus like at least some of the good teams, that's probably a map that they should probably strive to get reps on. That way they can just leave it in series and not bank on auto vetoing it, because I still don't think a lot of teams like that map in general. So it's not like they're gonna go, like, a lot of teams won't go out of their way to just pick that map, I feel like. Especially if FaZe starts to get reps on it, because they're getting reps on sub base, but they're not getting any reps on terminal search.
Yeah.
So like they got to start, like, if they want to
100%.
throw a map in there versus low teams, like low tier teams, start throwing in some terminal searches.
Pat, what did you think about Atlanta FaZe, Miami? What did you think about the series today?
Aside from the first map, I was confident that S&D got a little interesting, but I mean, I think if they didn't play sub base, this would have been a 3-0.
You think the sub base cost
Plain
them
and
the
simple.
3?
Yeah. I also, we talked yesterday about Eric Boom having a pretty shitty debut. And he came out today and played probably the best on their squad, but like,
really, really well today.
but where the fuck was his teammates? Like,
I don't know.
Bickle, where you at? 0.7 getting absolutely smoke showed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he struggled today. I mean, we could
All
take
right,
a look here at the stat sheet and see what's going on. I was just pulling up a few clips.
There's some
from the
red
series,
carpets
but
down there, Tom. Be careful.
There's a red carpet down there. Eric Boom, of course,
I'll be the one to
struggled,
say it, bro.
but
I'll be the one
yesterday,
to
but
say
looked
it.
good today. Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
I mean, I think what happened map 3 and map 4 is Tyler Abizi was insane on the Karachi and it was insane on the Rio, and like we haven't seen that much with him being the one pop off on this team in this game. Like when Tyler is pushing out cards, winning impossible gunfights with a sub, it's got to be incredibly annoying to play against, especially if you're an AR player.
Subs thriving on sub maps. Holy shit,
Bro, and so I feel for Lucky because he got blended map 3 and he got blended map 4, and I think that was a huge difference.
Yeah,
and
well,
he's able to take the momentum. And
I'm
close it
happy
out.
we're seeing some sub maps though. I mean, Rio especially
Thank
the fourth map. I mean, that's a big sub map right now. Most people right now are running 3 subs on that map, and then occasionally, I mean, Sam, we saw it today. Vic will pull out an AR on that
P4,
street
P5,
hill.
you'll see some ARs.
Yeah, like people will switch. Like that flex player will kind of switch depending on the hills and stuff. But I think Rio plays that really good. And I
It's
also
just a
think,
nice change of pace.
yeah, nice change of pace. I think the hills play out good and the spawns are good. I mean, I thought this map was going to favor Atlanta FaZe just because of the sole pace of it. But same with Miami, right? I mean, that's what we were saying with them going up against Toronto when they played this map. It's just like the pace that these teams bring. Like it's a fun map. It's a fun map to watch, especially with these.
I
with the
will
top
say
teams.
though, with Rio being in, it kind of just pisses me off that the other maps aren't in.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that. I really don't get it. They put a deadline out and they pretty much just don't want to overrule their deadline. Like they could put it in after this weekend for all I care. Like put Vista in after this weekend's over. They have a whole week to scrim the map.
Vista also is pretty good. Like it also has like good like sub lanes, like narrow lanes. Like it's not bad either. It's like you'd see a lot more movement on that map in comparison to some of the maps we have now, man. I would throw in even Departure at this point. Like anything, man. Get rid of all these MW2 maps. There's like 1 or maybe 2 maps you can squeeze in.
Bro, they just don't work in hardpoint. Yeah, it's
literally like
it's
1 or
been
2,
that way
bro.
since the off season we were talking about it. Like these maps weren't designed with hardpoint in mind.
Yeah, Departures. I don't know
I'm-
if it's gonna work. I don't know about
What
Departures.
I'm curious about though, Tom, like because you're talking about them having these deadlines, like what's going to happen going forward? Like I think at this point we know that what they did the last couple weeks has been a wrong decision. What's going to happen when the new maps come out after Major 3, before Major 4? You know what I mean? Like when we get further down the
I
line,
don't know.
like
I really don't know. Is
I
it
are they
just
going to
gonna
keep
be?
this same mindset?
I also think that
I fucking hope not.
I also think that the pros need to be way more on top of it. Like, okay, we know more maps are coming in as soon as the next season drops. As soon as the next season drops, like, bro, it's not that. Listen, I get these guys scrim, I get they do VOD and stuff like that, but I see a lot of people turning on their streams for ranked and all that stuff. Like, especially late night. Go fucking play some mates on the new maps and just fuck around on them. Like, have fun. It's good content. On top of that, you get to kind of test them. I know that like it'd be
Holy
ideal
shit, is
to
that
do
Draza talking?
I know it would be ideal to do that before, like, you know, the matches and all that stuff. But like, if you care about the map pool,
I will say, I was texting Daniel Say a little bit, and he was telling me that a lot of pros are having some pushback, that it was too soon to put the maps in, and that none of them had practice on it, and Stage 2's about to start, and, you know, they don't got
Did he
enough
give you
reps.
names?
And
Did he give you names?
Did not give me names. He did not give me names, but I believe him, to be honest with you. I believe him. I definitely feel like there were some pros who were probably like, nah, it's too soon, or it's too early, or da-da. Which, like, if any pros are listening and they're saying that, please stop saying that, because these maps are terrible.
This is also something that's changed for the negative. I feel like, you know, I mean, Activision runs the league. Like, you know, it should be their choice. Like, obviously pros have the input, but like in situations like this that benefits everybody, like a split vote on the teams is irrelevant because it's just
throw it
bias.
in.
Like we know it's just bias. Like you need to have like an authority decision being made by someone who has no bias whatsoever. So
Agreed. That's kind of where like I just wanted to respond to Daniel and say just fuck them. Who cares?
yeah, no, literally,
Just
like
add it
they're
in.
making decisions with bias. Like who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. It just forced them to learn it and force them to play. And if they cry about it, well, then they could just not be a pro player. They could go do something else.
Block adapt.
But yeah, I want to look at Sam. I want to get your opinions. We never really got your opinions. What are your thoughts? Atlanta FaZe, Miami. I mean, Miami come out hot, but Atlanta FaZe took care of business the rest of the way. I know in the Rio 2, Simp definitely. I have Simp written down as a bailout because he really was. There was a few hills where I felt like FaZe were just having a hard time holding or a hard time getting to, and Simp was there so many times, popping 1 or 2 pieces, just going crazy. What were your thoughts, Sam, as a series?
I agree with Pat. I think if Subbase wasn't map 1, this would have been a 3-0. But that's just, we already talked about the Subbase thing with FaZe. Not really good going forward. 2 was really easy. We were waiting on him for pretty much the entirety of stage 1. I think we were singing the praises of the other 3 for the majority of that. And we were kind of like waiting for Tyler to show up a little bit, and he absolutely destroyed them today. So that was good to see for the beginning of stage 1. Obviously, I'm assuming these guys are going to fight for a real hard point in every series for the rest of the year.
I would love to see a
they're
FaZe Toronto real hard point.
Yeah, I think they're playing it because they saw Toronto play it, and they're like, this is going to be our like matchup going forward for the rest of the season. They probably think so. Getting the reps on it is definitely important for them. And the other side is just there's no consistency in Miami. Yesterday, Eric Boom got shit on. Today, he played really good COD, and the rest of his teammates got shit on. So
Tough.
I was gonna mention like
consistency.
going forward with like that whole veto like conversation we had, like bro, if they're gonna be strong at Rio and they're gonna continue to play it, that's more ammunition when it comes to potentially just avoiding a sub base. Like at the end of the day, yeah, it's not good to have an auto veto process, but like it's still early in the season and maybe potential more maps come in at some points in the stage, or not in the stage, but in the season. Just get it out. Like
I also don't understand.
You got to chalk it up, bro.
Why
You're
are
not
they
good
ass
at it.
sub base?
You're not. What do you mean?
Like why?
they
is
just
this
don't
team-
play it well together.
They don't play it well together, but it's also not a sub map, bro. Like a lot of like you can maybe
They're
have
good
a
at the
sub
other
out like
non-sub maps though.
yeah, but
They're good
yeah, I
at
guess
they're good
you're
at
right.
invasion. They're good at
You're
crouching.
right. Maybe that's not the way
They
to
just
put it.
don't their concepts on the map aren't good. Like to be honest, like we've watched them play it a handful of times now. Granted, they played against Toronto, so it's like hard to judge. But even when they haven't, they've played against Optic and they played against Miami today. Like just the way that they approach like holds and breaks on that map is really like non-cohesive. They just try to like make a lot of bailout hero plays, and it doesn't work against.
also
They
gonna say-
gotta
disciplined
stop.
teams.
They gotta stop. Listen, they have
The
chased
break
that
off.
map. Every single time they play it, they've lost the break off. They've chased the map. Yeah, there's been a couple where they've swung the map in the middle and seen it out, but they get off to bad starts every single time they play the map on P1 and P2, and they got to get going on P3. And their P3 holds on P4 holds in their old ramp are terrible. Their P3 holds on this map now are not good. They got to go back to the drawing
They
board.
did.
on
They
that.
did go down a lot off the
I
rip.
was also going to mention that like FaZe is traditionally a pretty aggressive team. They're a team that kind of likes to suffocate you and put a lot of pressure on you. When that a lot of the time that means hitting a lot of scrap time and like continuing to pressure hills to the last second. I don't think Subbase is a map you can do that on. If you do that, it's very punishing. You give up so much map control, like either like the top 3 or like top of the snow, roof, the server area.
Like we're about to watch in the next series.
Yeah, and you get fucking farmed. Like in other games, other maps, yeah, you can maybe give up a little bit of map control, but their talent, maybe the map design, a lot of that would bail them out. But on this game, bro, it's so punishing, and that map is one of the most punishing in our map pool right now.
Yeah. And if you're Miami Heretics, I mean, listen, you look good to start the series, but you still lose the series 3-1. They were 0-9 going into it. Map count the last 3 series. I mean, granted they did play Toronto and FaZe. I mean, their next few matchups are really, really important, man. Because if they're not going to find any wins with these next, I don't know who they're playing exactly, Ben. Maybe you can figure that out. Who the heck are they playing?
Vegas and Thieves.
Okay, so those are 2 games that I feel like Miami, those are big W's for them, man, because they are just on a streak right now, and the red carpet's out, Pat. The red
I
carpet's
mean,
out.
they're 1-12. Like they got 1, but shit.
Yeah, I mean,
That ain't
Pat,
good.
if you're Miami, you worrying about it? I mean, I would be tweaking right now if I was on Miami. Like if we can't win maps, like I'd just be losing full.
I mean, yeah, no, I think they are, especially after a roster change. We talked about this. Like roster changes are usually honeymoon periods. most of the time. Like, look at the Ravens. Like, you usually get like a nice bump after a roster change period. And I know they played the top 2 teams, but I haven't seen anything really impressive. Like Sam said, they're still inconsistent across the board.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're a competitive team. They have good players. I mean, I think we all bought Vamos shares when the season first started. You know, they look great. They look great. I know Sam probably sold his.
There's some bag holders out there, but it's not me.
Hodl boys.
Yeah. But I definitely think moving forward with Miami, we're just going to have to pay close attention to them and see what the hell's going on there.
Closing thoughts on them is that this kind of vindicates the point of starting the season strong, because now we see them sliding, but they're still in a very good spot in the standings. They're in 7th or 5 and 6 right now. And the way that they're going, if they didn't have that early season cushion, they would be bottom 4, definitively. So like when the chat and people watching the show see us talk about like how important those like runs of beating bad teams actually are. Like we were saying, oh, these guys are just punching down right now. But like the fact that they were doing that means that like they're not in an unsalvageable position now.
Yeah, you could dig your hole fast in this league. Like you could dig your own grave very, very quickly. And some of these teams, like if you're on this spree, bro, where you're losing like 3 series in a row, 4 series in a row, like going into those next few matches, you got to make sure you're locking in, because you don't want to get that early start and just have it be for nothing from the season. But one little clip that I have here, I got a few clips that I want to show for the series. One of them is here on Subbase. This is kind of an example of the map. I don't understand these spawns. Now, by looking at this, right, I could even rewind it back a little bit. Where do you think the Miami players spawn here by looking at this? Where do you think they all spawn? Where do you think they spawn here, guys? let's quiz the flank. Let's quiz the flank a little bit. Where do you guys think Miami spawns here? And of course, if you watch the match, you probably know.
I can't answer this question. I watched the match.
Chris, you're Mr. Analysis. You know this shit more than anybody. Where do they spawn here, Chris? Where do they spawn here, man?
If it's not where number 2 is, it's literally gonna be behind number 8.
Yeah, they spawn right behind him. And I don't understand why that happened.
They did both.
They spawned at the next hill.
One of them spawned behind number 2, and the other 2 spawned at next.
I don't understand, but I just don't understand the logic as to why they're spawning on next. And it's not like they spawn behind them. They're spawning on the next hard point.
Wait, hold on. Can we go back and see the player in the hill, like on FaZe? Was he looking at the back?
Whenever
these guys spawn?
so. I think before those 2 players even spawned, their teammates spawned.
Yeah, so he spawned there, number 7.
Nobody's looking at that shit, bro.
Nope. Yeah, game sucks. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that would be the only reason why, but the thing is, that's kind of funny, bro. I was like,
wait, can you back it up?
Yeah.
Can you back it up real quick? Pause it exactly where when 1 and 3 spawn, like right before 1 and 3 spawn. Pause it.
Right before they spawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
this is right before they spawn. Right here. Boom. This is right before. They're not even spawned yet. So this is
yeah. Keep going a little bit until like right before.
Like slow-mo type shit.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause play.
Pause play.
Or
go slow-mo.
You put it in like 0.25.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much right here. It's right here, guys. It's right here.
This is criminal, bro.
He's saying boom.
Side block. It's just this.
Oh my.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. The fact that number 1 spawns there when his teammates just spawned half a second ago. They just spawned at the back of old. I mean, which they should be. The whole back, this hard point is still up. It's the back spawn should be open. Yeah. And I just want to pull these plays up because I want people to see how shit these maps are. I want people to see this shit, bro. I want people to see Invasion. I want them to see Subbase. These maps can't be in a game anymore, bro. They just can't. It's ruining the experience. It's ruining the competitiveness.
The thing is though, like this, like okay, so this is unexcusable, but in ranked, like I'll notice because like I'll be number 8, like I'll be playing the game and I'll be spawn trapping like the people that are spawning where number 1 is, and like that spawn is like so sticky. So the fact that like number 8 isn't like hard blocking necessarily, right? Like he's not actually physically back where number 1 is.
He shouldn't have
like,
to
it doesn't
be.
make sense, but he shouldn't have to be. Like that's what. Yeah, exactly my point, Tom.
Yeah,
like
he shouldn't have to be
why the maps suck. The spawn system is fucking terrible, bro.
Now, if number 5 were to hit through mid and start getting aggressive here, maybe looking at this back spawn here, or maybe just overextended mid here, then I'm like, okay, I see it. They push through cages, like they overextended a little bit. I can understand the flip. These flips aren't making any sense. They literally make zero sense, and they're unreadable.
Can you back it up real quick for when 2 and 4 spawn real quick?
Yeah. So it's the same scenario. FaZe floods the hill. FaZe is on the time. or on the time when they spawn. 2 and 4 spawn up in the back when FaZe is on the time. Nobody from FaZe moves. If anything, number 5 gets farther away from that side of the map. If anything, you can see number 5. He was here. He started backing up.
I'm wondering if there's only 2 spawn points back there. And
bro, I was no bullshit thinking the same thing.
If
Like
there's
they took
only
both of the spawn points.
Yeah, if there's only
That'd be
2 spawn
crazy.
points back there, and
was
they
thinking
have
the same
a
shit.
setting where spawns go on cooldown, right? Like once someone gets it, they go on cooldown for I don't know a few seconds, and those spawns are no longer available for that like time period. I could see that spawning out. Like,
thinking the same.
like
No,
we
but that's the thing,
Shouldn't
though.
there
That's
always
the
be
thing,
4
though.
spawns there though, Pat? Shouldn't there always be 4?
no.
that.
Every sector should have at least 6 spawns,
The thing of the
right?
it's not
like
even a spawn cooldown because I guarantee if number 8 stayed out, like literally stayed where the hill is, there's no way that those players on Miami would have spawned on top of him because those other spawns were on a hypothetical cooldown. Like
no, it's not a hypothetical cooldown. Like I know
No, you get what I'm
that,
saying
that's
though.
that's
Like,
a,
you get what I'm saying? If number 8 did not run back into that warehouse and stayed towards the back of that new hill, do you really think that that Miami player would have spawned there?
No,
with
probably
him?
not. But that's not. I don't care about. I guess my point is I don't care about where one and whoever spawned. I care about why they didn't spawn exactly where 2 and 4 spawned.
Yeah.
Like they could have spawned anywhere on the map. I don't care. The reality is they should have spawned exactly where 2 and 4 spawned. And the only thing I can think of is that back corner only has 2 spawn points for whatever reason. And because we use the same thing, like in X Defiant, we have the same thing where like we don't want you to get the same spawn point that your teammate just had. So you're not like spawning as your teammate just spawned and you basically are colliding with them. But like it's a very low waiting for us. It's like a second, right, to just free up that so you don't spawn on top. But also every sector should have at least 6 spawns. I say 6 because multiplayer is 6v6.
On the same general area is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, but I'm wondering if there's only 2 spawn points back there. Because otherwise, there's no logic for why they wouldn't spawn in that exact same corner.
Yeah, I don't know. Mav's dog shit. Let's move on to the next clip. We got High Rise S&D. This one goes all the way down to a round 11. Now, I kind of just wanted to pick your guys' brains and just see what you guys would have done. I mean, Chris, we could start with you on this one. I mean, if you're Miami, a round 11 play call, what would you have done here? Because as I play through and you see the play that they try to make, I think they try and smoke through mid or something. And I don't even know what the play call was here, but you could see a Beezy. He actually holds mid here. The smoke comes out, but they don't read it. They get pieced, and then 2 guys run into B and die. So the round 11 ended in like 5 seconds.
Wait, was that the Miami smoke? So Miami tried to smoke across.
This was a Miami smoke. I mean, there's no way FaZe is smoking that.
But I don't understand. I guess they were.
It comes
assuming
from
that no one's-
underground. Number 1 throw. Metals throws
Bro,
it
I
from
fucking
underground.
hate Austin, dude.
But like this is such a. I don't quite understand the point of the smoke because like you're not smoking the middle cross. If anyone's in windows, like you know what I'm saying, like they can watch his middle slide across from like every angle. It doesn't matter where Tyler's.
Well,
playing
I
here.
think he might have just fucked it up. He might
That's what
have
I'm
fucked up
thinking.
the smoke. Like the
Yeah,
smoke
it might-
probably was gonna. Like if anything, he should be banking that smoke off of this green tarp right here. Those helicopter stairs, that green tarp, like right here. Like he Metal should just bank it off of that, land it right here, and just cover all of this. Like cover all of mid map. But Abizi finds a gap, and he finds a hole, and they also push. The smoke does kind of cover it a little bit. They push too fast off the smoke. The smoke wasn't, like, they throw the smoke, but they got to give it 1-2 more seconds, because, look, Abizi still has the angle. The smoke's not fully popped yet, and they're pushing. And AB's able to get 2, because I don't think he saw the second guy, but they lined
They
up.
probably
I
just
mean,
didn't think
Chris
that the BZ would be there. But I was actually going
Yeah.
to mention, I'm actually curious as to the information that they got off the rip. Because this map is all cross-oriented. Can we go to, like, this might be a little hard to do. Can we go to the beginning of the round? I want to go see how many, if anyone on their team spots the mid-window cross and calls out there's one guy A side of the map. Because if they're not doing that, and they're still executing on 3 players on B, these guys are, okay, so number 2 is watching it.
He sees the
number
cross.
2
He
should
sees
know there's one player at A.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he gave it up.
They saw
did
2
give it
guys
up.
hop on and be there, so they definitely know. That's to your point.
The
like,
thing is, though,
they
even
not
if he
only
gives
don't
it
know
up,
across,
even
they
if he
also
gives it
saw
up,
the guys.
even if he gives it up, most people aren't gonna like shift like that far across the map, like towards A. Like they should know there's 3 people on this B side of the map. Maybe try to create some movement or isolate this player this number 8 player. You could easily just smoke off like the front side of blue to create some sort of movement. Maybe get Abe to rotate here, play like around the bottom underground, or like late hit up the B street. Like you gotta, I don't know. I just don't think they really they really
They didn't
used that
utilize their
information they
info.
got.
Yeah, they
like,
didn't use
to
their
make the
info.
better play. You know what I mean?
And if you're gonna see the cross, I mean, if anything, because he did give it up, but if you watch the cross off the rip and you see only one crosses, I mean, that's your opportunity there to make a play. That's a window now where you could just use your numbers, go A side. I mean, to be fair, FaZe is probably stacking B because that A bomb site is literally useless. It's so hard to plant there.
It's not even about going for the plant. It's more so about like you either ISO the player there and kill him, or you like try to like create some like try to make people rotate over or like overexpose themselves. Because like for example, where Abe was, right? If there's like a smoke or like maybe like they think they're coming Abe is more inclined to maybe like over rotate or like you know peek that mid alley, right? And if somebody watches it and plays for like a cross, they can isolate a player like trying to rotate and help. So like I don't know, they could have taken their time. I think they could have used their information better. There's a lot of things they could have done.
And then to move on to the next clip, this is the last clip from the series that I have here. I mean, I just thought this was a great clutch from FaZe. Just ice here. I mean, I don't know how they were able to get on to this point here in this first round of control with 0.1 seconds left. I mean, look, you could see the time. It just stops there as they dive onto the point. In Florida, weren't able to hold on it. And as soon as they capped the same point here, they were able to get onto B as well. There wasn't a lot of lives. And as you fast forward it, I mean, I don't even know how they were able to. I think it was Simp who finds the last couple kills over here towards the site. But it's a 3v2 situation. Meadows tries mantling and climbing in by himself. And he dies. The trade comes in, but then Simp finds a 2-piece. And then that pretty much solidifies the win for FaZe. Because then they just gain that momentum. They win the first offense. This ended up being a 3-0 sweep here in the control. Pretty clinical here. I mean, if you're Miami, you probably played out a little bit different there.
They rushed it.
They rushed it.
They had one person on the point, 2 people alive. They're not going to cap that instantaneously. There's like 3 people already here. Just take your time. Like,
but even here, even rewinding this back, like I almost feel like right here, like they really got to pin FaZe into this side of the map. But instead, it was number 2 who originally gets picked. He gets picked like top AC, like Lucky goes down. I would like to see him go top 3, maybe try and find some kills, but they all fall here. Like, this was a good opportunity here where Miami could have pinned them. And they just all die. Like, everybody just dies. Like, FaZe was just able to use their numbers through mid. But even if they throw shimmies mid, like Eric Boom and Lucky, like, they don't need to play fights here. Like, even if they just get the info and just somehow stay alive, you know, them playing through mid, there's really not much that they can do. Especially when they have 2 teammates who are pushed through red. I mean, that's really all you want on defense is push through red, make sure you're giving FaZe those deep spawns. And
Abe
play
also
kills.
just won an insane gunfight there on Metals. I don't even know if Metals took damage to the first guy that he killed. So if he would have just kept L triggering, and he would probably just wins that fight against Abe. But Abe just shit on him like mid mantle.
Yeah, but anyway, they end up clutching this up. They end up winning this control fairly easily. FaZe, they win the series 3-1. I mean, I'll lay it out on the floor, guys. You guys got anything else to say on this series? Anything else?
No.
Anything
Let's
else?
move on.
Clear cut.
What happened, Pat?
I said it was clear cut, Tom.
Clear cut. Miami, they're struggling right now. FaZe with a big win. We'll see what happens moving forward. Let's move on to the next series of the day. The last series of the day. We have the New York
red carpet.
Subliners going up against Seattle Surge.
That's not right. bro.
What
That's
is
not right.
going on with the Seattle Surge? I will say this.
Fuck.
New York looked a lot better today. I do think New York looked a lot better. I think today.
Oh, yeah, they slammed the fuck out of them.
Did they though, or did Seattle just look?
Nah,
ass?
bro, this is how New York should be playing against shitties, bro.
That's how they should be
Slammed
playing. They were
them,
slamming
no
them.
room for interpretation.
Shitties, Sam. That's
Shitty.
crazy.
I call these guys.
I
These guys
mean,
are terrible.
Seattle-
The shitties,
Seattle-
bro.
I'm gonna. It's not a hot big prediction that Seattle's gonna get dead last this stage.
Bro,
Like,
what
they're
are
under-
they doing in
They're
that
under
camp?
practice, missing their best
Pat, did
player.
you see?
like,
Did you watch
it's not
this
looking
series
good.
at all? Did you see anything from this?
I watched game 2 and 3. I didn't see game 1.
Did you? The second round of that control is everything you need to know.
I mean,
Oh,
they're
that
ass,
sounds
Sam. I
criminal.
understand
Yeah,
that.
I have that
but-
one written
Bro.
down. I have actually,
What?
and the when they didn't rotate in the hard point was pretty bad too.
Just pull
But
it up now, Tom.
what's
Just plug it
going
in,
on
pull it
in
now.
this camp though? Like, they make the illy chain. Get Abuza some help.
I mean,
I want
agree.
this guy on a main AR,
I
and I
don't hate
want
the Brezzy
Alec
pickup.
off the team. No, I'm not even saying Brezzy's the problem. I'm
Yeah.
saying Abuza runs the main and get Alec off the team and either bring Illy back or get somebody else.
I don't know if Illy's coming back. They didn't even announce a benching or a dropping or anything. I don't know what's going
that
on
was
with that
crazy. That was
situation.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there.
Even Vegas Legion puts out like an AI image when they drop somebody.
He used
I
that
mean-
OpenAI shit we went over yesterday to make
You
it.
don't think it was a little weird?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't tweet
that-
anything
they could-
out. Like I don't know
Bro,
why
they
didn't
could
tweet
hit up
nothing out.
the OpenAI store and be like, make a video of us dropping
they-
Illy after
they're-
the.
Seattle Surge making a roster change
Yeah.
after a
Bro,
major.
their first tweet, like in terms of like almost guaranteeing that Illy was benched, was like a Valentine's thing with like the 4 pictures of the
Yeah.
main roster and nothing about Illy. What is this?
Wait, has Illy tweeted?
I don't like the public relations strategy, just acting like nothing's there and never addressing it, and therefore there's never.
Sweep it under the
problem.
rug. That's the
You're
fucking
probably
meta,
doing
baby.
it because
No.
they know they'll get cooked, bro.
Has
Like,
anyone- has anyone
this
heard from
roster
Illy?
change is
Bro,
faded.
all they got to say is, Inders is taking a leave of absence from the team like indefinitely or whatever. It's bro, I'm telling you, this team and the
Well, no,
need to say
they
is-
can't say that because Illy would dispute that.
I mean, he's not gonna say anything. He fucking barely tweets to begin with. But like, the problem is they're.
I mean, they
they're
can't
letting the
lie.
narrative-
Just say they
How
fucking
is-
dropped him. Like,
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, they
hey,
don't
we're
need to say
benching
why.
Illy. We're picking up Brezzy. Very simple.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. I mean, I definitely pulled the clips. Ben, I was gonna have us just kind of give our thoughts. Ben, what were your thoughts on the series?
Fucking Seattle got chokeslam. Let's watch the fucking clips.
All right, man, I'm gonna
What?
pull up the clips. Well, I gotta find them first. But I gotta pull up each clip one by one.
There's
because
not.
the
There's
league is
not. There's
usually
not
fucking
many time.
exclusive.
It was over
Bro,
quick.
wait, hold on, Pat. We were having this discussion earlier. This is why I feel like there's definitely some sort of external pressure as to why Illy isn't playing, bro. Because one, he was their best player. I know, Sam, you said something else, which I'm not gonna like tell.
No, no.
I'm not gonna say your side of it.
Absolutely. not.
But like,
The fuck?
how the fuck does this guy get benched when he's clearly the best player on the team? Yeah, obviously people are like, he's got quote unquote problems, but the Seattle didn't say anything.
Quote unquote problem.
Seattle didn't say anything.
Yeah, Seattle's
why-
got 99 problems and Illy's one of them, bro.
What? Why, dude? Why the fuck are they not saying anything about this guy on their team?
Listen,
Doesn't
man.
make sense.
These guys are rolling over. New York fucking chokeslammed them as they should. I think we should be talking about New York, not Seattle, because
No,
those
we
guys
should
are
be talking
fucking
about
terrible.
why Seattle is cooked, bro.
Bro,
Like,
this team's been cooked from the start. They
There's
picked up one of the best challenger prospects and threw him on a sub. They've been
That
cooked from
was
the start.
crazy.
They pulled him
That
out
This
of the
team
rocket,
construction
bro.
was shit. They can't get kills and respawn, and now the Ender's not there. They suck worse. Like, what is there to
there
say,
you go.
man?
I mean, that's it. That is it. There you
It's
go. Thank
over.
you.
Done. They suck.
Somebody had to say something.
I
Wait
really
till
like-
you
we-
see
we-
this shit.
Yeah, let's
Look at
watch
this.
bro.
Nah, I'm smoking Seattle's pack, dog. This was the worst round of control
I've ever seen in my
I've
life.
ever watched.
What are they doing?
in my life? Ever in
New
my
York
whole
is literally
fucking life.
stacking A and nobody's shooting him. What do you think the comms were with New York here? What do you think their comms were like? What were they
I
saying
think
here?
there's only one on it, guys.
Bro, they capped a point without getting a fucking kill.
They capped the
They got
point.
1, 2.
3. They got
Unbelievable.
2 or 3 kills, bro. 2 or 3, and then watch this, bro. Then they try and fight A. Now they're fighting A.
Wait, but
This
how
is a
was
minute
Alec
round.
alive the whole time back there behind that hut?
I have no fucking idea. Was he just not challenged? Maybe he wasn't challenging, or maybe
I
he
mean,
was.
he was gonna get,
Bro,
he was gonna get
Brezzy
traded
looks at the
anyway.
guy capping the point and
Yeah, he's
just
getting
AFKs. Like,
Alec tries to jump window spot the ledge, I think, but like he's got to get help from. his
Wait,
other teammates
actually,
sliding
I
over.
think I know
They
what
got
their
2
comms
takes
were.
from- Bro, go ahead.
I think I know what their comms were.
No,
Let me hear
here
it.
it comes.
So we started the round off right, and they got on A, and then all you heard was, yo 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 yo.
No, they
what
dropped
they didn't
in here.
hear.
They
It was
dropped.
clear
That's what
comms.
they
That's what
didn't
they
hear.
didn't hear.
It's like they dropped them. They dropped in
I
here.
mean, someone
what
else
they
picked
didn't
it
hear,
up.
bro.
Someone else picked it up.
And normally
The
I
ghost
wouldn't
of
show the
Ender
whole
was in
clip because
the
I'm not
mix
allowed
amp.
to show 120 seconds worth of gameplay. But
Don't worry, the round's less
the
than
round
120
is less
seconds.
than 120 seconds. I mean, the round is literally less than that. This is crazy. They try and jump up. I mean, this was probably a world record on the fastest control round in the game this season so far. I
New
think.
York's probably fucking mind blown. They're probably fucking flabbergasted at what just happened.
What?
I mean,
don't
hey,
even- they
they're
probably
not
don't
even,
know.
Seattle's not even talking right there. You could see in that little when they went back
Bro,
to the
that-
team,
that-
they
They
weren't
were
even
chalk
saying
at that
nothing.
point, bro. They were chalk. They were down
York-
2-0
But
in
I'm
the
saying they
series,
probably
2
weren't
under
saying anything in the
control.
round
Nah,
either.
it was over with, bro.
New York was in one of those rank play games where they spawn in, they go to the point, and they're not being contested. They're like, yo, we got to go check in the spawn if they're AFK. They might
Yeah,
be
yo,
dodging.
kill so we get SR. They're waiting for that shit.
Yeah, they were.
They're waiting for SR.
They were going to check spawn to see if there was any AFKs, bro. Because god damn.
Dead ass, man.
Fuck me.
Dead
New York
ass.
looked great today, bro. Fuck, shout out to New York.
One
man.
question I do want to ask you guys, because some people were asking during the watch party and people were in the chat now talking about it, but Paco, a lot of people are saying that Paco's doesn't run a sub a lot, that he's running an AR a lot. At least they were saying it in my chat. I feel like he was running a sub. Unless I'm wrong on that. I felt like he was running a sub a lot of the time. But
I think
some
he was on the high res there.
people were saying that he has an AR out a lot. But I don't know if that's true. That's what they were talking about.
Even if it is true, we talked about this before. Like in this game, like it's not really that bad of a thing if these superstar subs are running the MCW some. Like the maps, the maps don't cater to the sub style of play.
Some maps do now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Once we get the new ones, but the MW2 maps, like the originals, they're very open. They're long lanes.
The main sub back in the day in Modern Warfare 2, I said this when the game first came out, was a UMP with no recoil, with stopping power and
the
FMJ
issue
on it, bro. It was
that's not even the issue. It was the fact that back in the day, the subs mostly ran Marathon or Marathon Lightweight, and that was the difference maker. You were able to beat ARs to every spot on the map if you wanted to. Yeah. Like that was the advantage of the sub. That doesn't exist anymore. Everyone's got automatic sprint forever. Like subs just aren't suited for those maps.
I have to start GA in movement, bro.
Yeah,
no
we might
lightweight.
have to.
No lightweight if you're an AR player.
Bro, I've been saying this since MW19 when that setting was in private matches, bro. We should have played without tac sprint, bro. It's a Warzone setting. The setting was made for Warzone.
Okay, well, before we move on to predictions, I got one thing, a little bit of controversy. I don't know how much controversy. Slasher DM'd me.
Stare glitch.
And he said, in quotes, "We never stare glitch," which I think he was talking about New York or talking about maybe the Bulldog, because the Bulldog was saying that he never stare glitches. And then right here, Slasher Little Goat, he sent me a little screenshot here from the most recent match with New York and Seattle.
There's a little head sticking out.
The Bulldog is what's that, like snow? Is he head glitching the hills?
Yeah, snow drift.
That's a snow glitch. It's a snow glitch there.
It's not stairs, so it doesn't count, guys. Remember. It's
right.
only...
and I think that goes back to like Austin's point. Like people were doing it in scrims. People were doing it whether it's a staircase or not. Like why wouldn't he do it? Like why wouldn't he just do it? I feel like this is gonna be a problem because I really don't know if this is G8 or not. I really couldn't tell you. As a G8 commish, this is not something that I covered.
It's for sure a card though.
This is definitely a card. I threw a red card on a play. For sure. No, the Bulldog did is he in the chat? I know the Bulldog did reply to it. What did he say, Ben? He replied to it, right?
He said it was a heat of the moment thing.
Bro, if you come around the corner and you see Kenny from South Park literally prone, like they are stair glitching. It doesn't matter if it's fucking stairs or not, bro.
Yeah.
That is insane.
But that's the problem. And I love the Bulldog. And it probably was a heat of the moment thing. But that's the problem. Somebody could just do it in the future and just say it was a heat of the moment thing, and it goes.
They gotta be disciplined, just like Seattle was.
Yeah,
keep the precedent going.
Defense, technically.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
They lost some scrims for sure.
Kismet said, "I'll take my yellow card in the situation. I was playing my life between two of them. Seven was shooting me. He was stair glitching to hold the lane when he did it to us. In my professional opinion, so they were doing it back.
Retaliation.
Honestly, they were winning by.
Wait. Hold on. He just admitted to it. That's guilt right there. The loss of scrims. Screenshot."
He said a loss of scrims. I mean,
that's a confession, Tom.
I think the biggest thing. I mean, I don't know what the GA ruling is with the pros. I don't know what they talk about in that GA chat. I feel like most people in that GA chat are fucking drooling and bumping into walls. You know what I mean?
Absolute wall.
I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think the pros like each other. I don't think some of them like each other. They don't like talking to each other. They just lick walls in there. You know, I'm just being honest.
Twitter DM. Okay.
No, they all play each other.
And listen, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but we're talking about in the Watts party. If I never went on stream one night and just started fucking getting people in the call and shit and getting votes going and shit like that,
snaking would still be a thing.
This whole season would look completely different. This whole snaking shit would look way different. He said y'all are idiots. No, Bulldog, we are idiots, that's for sure. Well, I am. I can't really speak for everybody else. But I just think this game would look a lot different. Deadass. Like the way that this game is played, at least people are not snaking anymore. That's a huge positive. I saw MC today. He was on a head glitch, could have easily snaked the fuck out of this guy, and he refused to do it.
What was the other thing? Snaking and there was one more thing that got GA'd in the beginning.
Attack.
Oh, auto
tap.
Single tap. Yeah.
Troy Sender said, "Y'all are fucking idiots." But what did we? How? What the fuck did we do? Or is he talking about the chat? I don't know. All I know is they got to figure out this head glitch, stair glitch shit. Because as of right now, from my personal... If I was in the pro league right now, I'd be telling my teammates to do it every second they can. That's just because
yeah,
everybody's
if it's
breaking
not GA, then
it.
they're
Everybody's
not doing that
breaking it.
shit.
Everybody's fucking breaking it, bro. So it's like, what are we doing here? What are we fucking
About to
doing?
have to start GAing prone, bro. No bullshit.
Here we go.
No more prone.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know
what
what game
game
don't
doesn't
got
have
prone? Yeah. You don't even got a GA, baby.
Bro, X Defiant has air strafe. Air
Yeah,
strafe.
shit's
Pat's
fun.
actually a
That
double
shit's
agent,
fun,
bro.
huh?
He
The air-
deadass
the air strafing
just
is probably
comes
the
into
coolest
COD and like just sees everything wrong. He's like, guys, we're not doing this. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this.
That's bro.
That's progress, Sam. That's progress.
Crazy, Pat. Summer 2039.
Hey, I got something for you though, Tom.
Fucking sick, man.
Where you want me to send you a link? The flank DM?
No, you could put it in the chat. You could put it in my chat if you want. Where the flake?
Okay,
Yeah, put it in the
Twitch
flake
chat.
DM. Put it in flake
Okay,
DM.
okay. Because Sam was asking, like, he was like, "Yeah, that 100-point game don't exist."
It's the
But
Will Chamberlain.
I found a little something for you, Tom. I found a little something
What
for
is
you.
this, Pat? What
Did you
is
find
this?
the Will Chamberlain game?
This is unseen footage for, I guarantee, 99.9% of people here.
Yeah, remember this? Remember Ringhouse, bro? Remember this guy?
Yeah.
Ringhouse the goat, man. What a goat, bro.
This was 2010, Dallas, Texas, at the Anatole.
J-Cap.
Hey, yo, was that Nagafin? Look at Big
Big
T,
T.
Nah.
Joe DeLuca.
That's Sid Rock, Merc. Cap.
Look at this, man. Damn, events were lit. Doritos,
Wow.
They
man.
were,
Look
they
at these
were.
events, man. Look
I
at
remember
these
going to my
events.
first Astro booth.
That's
and buying Astros
Closter.
in
That's
person.
Clayster. That's
Look at Clay,
served
bro.
and sinful.
Look
Holy
at fucking
shit.
Clay. Clay's still screaming. He used to scream his whole career. What is
They
this
were
video?
playing
Is this just behind the scenes
Envy
shit?
was Proofy,
Fwiz.
Stainville, Ryu, and someone. Forgot who the other guy was.
Look how far we've strayed from the light, bro.
Yeah,
God
right.
damn
Now
it.
we got 12. Look at all these teams and shit. Look at these jerseys, man.
That's Nade.
You'll
Merc,
never see
Flawless,
jerseys
and
this
Vengeance.
customized ever again.
That's Optic J coaching them, by the way, in the background. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Rainbow.
Optic J right here, the guy that looks like
that-
Sharp.
Yeah.
Wait, was that OB Breezy? Was that
It's
OB
Breezy.
Breezy?
I don't think he qualified for this event.
He had an Obey shirt on or Obey sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's crazy, Slay. A little throwback. I love.
Oh, you go see me in a
Whoa,
second.
whoa! Hold on, pal.
Oh,
What
you saw me on
scoreboard say?
top.
Hold on,
You
hold on,
saw
hold
me on top.
Scoreboard.
3 kills,
Yeah.
man. Was that
Scoreboard.
S&D? What is it?
Wait, it was S&D. The round wasn't even over yet.
Yeah, nah,
Look, that me shaking
you're
their
on
hands
top,
after
you're on
whooping their
top.
ass. We 3-0'd them, Tom. We 3-0'd them. We got rid of them quick.
Man, that's
Hey,
crazy.
you know I was
Bro,
on top of the
juggernometry.
leaderboard, though.
Nah,
Holy
Pat, that's
fuck.
great. Of course,
Yeah, that's
Pat.
juggernometry and
Juggernometry.
Miles.
Nah, that's
Yo,
crazy,
keep in
bro.
mind, back in the day, you had two platforms. We had Xbox and PlayStation. So this is my PlayStation team, and I also had an Xbox team with
So
Fatalized, Merc, and Carnage.
So typical.
That's good work, Pat. That's fucking typical. Multi-world champion,
Yeah,
legend
yeah.
and icon to the Call of Duty space. Let's tune in to the matches tomorrow and see what's going on. We start things off high. Well, I was gonna say the blow it up bowl, but LG, you know, they've been. I was gonna say the blow it up bowl, but they're not that bad. And we got
The toilet bowl.
Fine, man.
we got the Los Angeles Gorillas going up against the Vegas Legion. Who do you guys got? I'm personally gonna go with LAG on this one. I want to say 3-2 LAG. Ben, who do you got?
Ooh, I mean, they played the major and it was a game 5 banger, but LG closed it out. I'm gonna say LG because it's a better respawn team. I'm gonna say game 5 again.
Okay, Sam, what do you think?
Purge is still on the roster. I got LAG.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Chris?
Sorry.
I got LAG.
Pat?
I'm gonna go LAG.
LAG, well, because we all went with LAG. I thought some of us were going to go with Vegas there, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Vegas play much, but I don't know. I still feel like Eli, like, I don't know. People will say he might not make the best plays, but one thing about Eli is he could get kills. I know Gio can get kills too, but I don't know, bro. We'll see how Vegas looks after going into tomorrow.
Who on Vegas can't get kills?
No, I'm saying, well, Purge.
Purge.
But
what you
I
said.
just thought that I thought they were gonna replace Purge and just pick up somebody that can help them in the kill department. And because I don't think Vegas has a bad like team comp right now. Like I feel like they have a good team. Like I think
I don't think either.
so I don't know. I just thought they were one change away. I just don't think they made the right change. So I'm gonna go 3-2 LAG. We all went with LAG. Let's move on to the next one. We got Toronto Ultra going up against the Minnesota Rocker. I mean, you really just can't go against the champs in my opinion right now. They just look insane. I mean, they won Major 1. They 3-0 Miami yesterday. I just feel like they're riding that high from the event win, and they're just feeling super confident. I'm gonna go with Toronto Ultra in this one, 3-1. Maybe 3-0. Ben, who do you got?
Ooh, Toronto DoorDash.
Toronto.
They're in cruise control.
Toronto.
So, yeah, you got a DoorDash too?
I could see a 3-1,
3-1?
but I think Toronto wins with these.
Okay. What do you think, Chris?
Toronto, not even close.
I'm never not picking Toronto.
Toronto.
Not even close. Okay. And Pat, you got Toronto as well.
Is there?
And then we have the Los Angeles Thieves going up against Optic, Texas Nate Shot versus Hex versus Scump versus, you know what I mean? Fucking, I'm going to go with Optic Texas in this one. Think, well, I mean, LA Thieves did make some changes. Maybe a little honeymoon period. Hold on. I'm going to think about this. Ben, who do you got? Think about this one. Let me think about this one here.
I think Optic take this one 3-1. I think these probably grab like a search or control, but I think Optic's gonna be, even if these are gonna actually start winning some hard points, I just don't see it against this team. So I think they'll have some fight, but I think Optic will get it done before game 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Optic as well. I'm gonna go 3-1 Optic, 3-2 Optic. Sam, who do you got?
I also have Optic, unfortunately. I just can't not pick them. I don't know much about the scrim results and stuff behind the scenes with LAT. They just have a tough schedule, tough draw. Optic just is better, to be honest. So I'd probably say 3-1, 3-0.
Dario, Sam said unfortunately because he's an LA Thieves.
Yes, I'm on the organization that is the LA Thieves, correct.
Yeah,
That's why I
there,
said
there.
unfortunately.
Yeah, Dario, he's on LA Thieves. Go ahead, Chris.
I also have Optic. I just don't really know anything about the Thieves yet. They got to show me something
Yeah,
if they
new
want me to
team.
start picking them.
We all got the same picks. Pat, who you got?
I got these, Tom. Game 5.
Okay,
hell.
well, that
I got
changes
them.
it.
I got them being S&D superstars.
Neslo?
Yeah, Neslo.
You got a 2-3-5 here, Pat?
2-3-5 out of the Thieves.
Okay,
Neslo
interesting,
angle.
man. Interesting.
And
We'll
this
see
is
what
a
happens.
ghosty redemption arc.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And always count on Pat.
I
Death
will say,
taxes and not
I
picking
do
Optic.
think
Shut up,
Dan
Pat.
is a good player. I do think he's a good player, bro.
Taxes are not picking Optic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to see the best part you've ever seen in your life from the one and only Mr. Benjay Nassim. Go ahead, Ben. Take the floor.
Got you.
Hey, don't fuck it up either. Hey, Pat, let's go with you. What do you got here? Let's take a look at these channel points. The points are being thrown in there.
He's gonna be way too strong, Tom. Way too strong. He's missing.
Okay, I think he's gonna go. I think it's gonna be because he went way too short yesterday. That's why you're saying that. You think he's gonna overcompensate?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna pull it and go wide left because he's gonna try and go too strong
Throwing
with it.
20
and he's
bands on yet.
Yeah,
Throwing
no,
20
he's
bands on yes.
Overcompensating for something.
20
he's-
bands on yes.
He's going wide left. Listen, we got 12 million, 13.2 million on him making it.
At
8
20,000
million
on
on
yes.
him not making it.
He's going from the
He
top of the
steps
mat
up to the
too.
plate and he shakes the paw.
Yep. Freebie.
Oh man!
Pay it out, baby. Pay it out. Pay it out.
Benjay, it's Benjay.
No, he only made that because he had socks on.
Yo, Ben, you made me cash. Good looks. Let's
Hey,
go.
Ben, somebody super chatted. He said that he saw you walking out of Walmart with 5 1-gallon bottles of extra virgin olive oil with a blow-up kiddie pool. Was that true?
Tom, this sounds like a lot of fake news to me.
Absolutely insane.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Hope you guys all enjoyed the show. We'll obviously be back again tomorrow. We got some great matches tomorrow, so tomorrow should be a good one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out audio sites around and go follow @theflank on Twitter. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials per usual. And go check out ZOOMAA.gg for the merch, man. Take care, brush your hair, and we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Take it easy.
Yeesh.
All right, man.
Yeah.